Guys, deluded, I'm back again. In case you can see all these papers, these are all videos for you guys. Now, I ain't gonna lie, my work rate on the worst of weeks is still, these other YouTubers don't match it, but they've been piling up, people. Like, they've been piling up. I've been trying not to make videos every day, if that makes sense to you guys, man. Like, put that over there. To you guys, car. Trying to switch off, and if that makes sense, trying to switch off and take more care of my mental being, in the same way that Wenger doesn't switch off from football. Obviously, just saw the cocoa bar. In the same way that Wenger doesn't switch off from football, people, I have problems doing that as well. And yeah, man, I promised myself like a month ago I'd start treating myself. I mean, today I went and bought myself a milkshake. I wouldn't normally do that for myself. And the week before, I bought myself Nando's. Like, I don't normally treat myself unless I accomplish things in it, but together with that and looking after my well-being, so mental well-being. But I'm waffling, and I don't even think I've told you guys what the damn video's about. I've seen a lot of... It's a bit of a quiet week, so we might as well look at a couple of the rumours that have caught my attention in relation to Arsenal and many different things in relation to Arsenal. So, ignore the bottom half. That in it. So, being the deluded goon, I'm the best YouTuber at this stuff. We might not have the best facilities, but I mean, put me in a room with half of these people and they'll be eliminated. Let's crack on. Firstly, we've got the board. They're not giving in to Enrique coming to the club. They're not giving in to his demands. Allegedly, he wants 200 mil to spend, and he wants to do. He wants 15 mil in the for his wages alone. I mean, if he's going to deliver Champions League, a better performance in the Champions League and the league, by all means. Obviously, he wants to revamp the squad, but they probably have concerns. I mean, we know Arsenal's a self-sustaining model. We don't really like to spend what we don't have. We like to reset. We were funny with contracts. We like to sell players for profit. Somehow, even if the decisions as to people sold or bought in, somehow we generate some profit. We're all about this sort of thing, and we need someone that's going to be not like Wenger, but someone that's going to be a bit more... for want of a better word, sensible with the finances and the money and things. Enrique's used to a blank checkbook. I mean, Suarez alone cost a bag of money. He was there when they signed Thuram. I swear Thuram was signed for some big money as well, even though it was a flop. So, yeah, there's that. So, that ain't going to happen. Seems like Chelsea are going to have the free run of him. That same article that I believe was in the Daily Mail, they've actually said Fonseca seems to be in sight for Arsenal as well. Another one I've made a video on, the Shakhtar, the next manager. Just type in Deluded Guna with his name and you have your knowledge there as well. But that's one rumour. I'm all for Enrique, but it is what it is. I was a bit pessimistic on that one either way. I do think he wants to manage the club, but if you're not going to give him what he wants, how can you expect him to? Allegedly, next, Jack Wilshere has been offered 100k a week, an improvement on the 80k. He's got to accept that. If he has got that, then it's just... If he doesn't accept that, then you've always been about money, which I don't... If you want to secure the quality of your contract and chase this paper, there's nothing wrong with that, but... You can't say it's down to the club now, because I believe 100 mil is a very fair offer. Come on, people, man. Just fix up now. What are you doing? Just leave it like that. Pardon me, people. Yeah, I believe 100k is a very fair offer for Jack Wilshere. I mean, there has to be some sort of bonus or performance incentives to go with that, and yeah, if you love Arsenal as much as you want, if you want to stay at this club regardless of who the manager is, as much as you say you do, and you were at the Emirates for the FA Youth Cup, I didn't see any other first-team players there. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I saw a couple of coaches. The club means a lot to him. So it's 100k a week. Commit that, to be honest. There's nothing more to be said on that. Off topic, Emil Smith is sick, man. I've got this in my notes. He's sick. I don't know what 40 years away he ends up long-term, but between him and 15-year-old Saka, they give me joy about this club, man. We've been linked to as well with Mertens of Napoli. Now, I'm not going to sell you guys a dream. I wouldn't mind it. I would love it to, in fact, but it's not going to happen. We've just signed Aubameyang and Lacazette in the two last windows. We've got young Nelson. There's Nketiah. Again, I'm not comparing them to the man's ability. If you just look at the sake of bodies, it's not going to happen. Of course, a new manager with new morals and all them things might just disregard what I've just said and do his thing. I'm still going off of much how our club is run, but I don't believe that one. A target of us... Spurs and Liverpool and Max Meyer, more or less, we already knew he's leaving the club, but it's turned sour in the sense that he's been suspended by the club, and it's unlikely he plays again before the end of the season because he's given an unauthorised interview in which he said that what the club is saying isn't true, they're trying to witch hunt me and all of these other things. So yeah, man, it's a sour note for a club that, okay, I don't think he's won anything there, but he's made over 100 appearances for the club. They've got a rich tradition with it, so he's bound to be at least tied to the fans. So it's a sour note. I know Schalke are used to it with Sane, Draxler, etc. People leaving the club, but it's a sour note. But if Arsenal can get him for free, then do your thing, my G. I can't lie, this is bugging me, people. I'm going to try it one last time. Hey! No. So we're just going to leave it like that. Pardon me. We've been linked with Socrates of Dortmund. Now, he is competent. He'll lose his competency if the wrong manager comes into this club. But I must admit, that is a bit underwhelming. Like I said, he's competent. He's a decent centre-half. He hasn't got the name that's going to gas anyone. But that's not why I'm at it. I mean, he's 29. Year left on his contract. You can see why we'd go for it. And at 29, I do play the age thing a bit. But you've got a couple of years. Personally, I'd like to see us... If we can scout and do our thing and get a slightly younger centre-half, then cool. But I'd like to see, if we can spend any money, can we go out and spend it on a centre-half, like, or a defensive mid, like, any of the positions, goalie as well. Like, if we can spend a big ticket on one of them and save in other areas, like I've previously said, by all means, I must admit, it is a bit underwhelming. Like I said, if he comes to the club, he's probably more competent than the centre-halves here. I'll back my players regardless. We've linked with him every summer, so I must hold that one with a pinch of salt. But, yeah, man. Now, a better rumour, £35 million. We've been linked with Renagli. Now, we're linked with him since the age of 16, 17. We've been linked with him every window. He's a centre-half I rate highly. Frustrated, allegedly, about his playing time at Juventus. They've got some top centre-halves and some good technical, defensively minded people. So it's going to be tough getting in there. Comes to Arsenal, you've got Mav, who isn't that old. You've got Chambers, who isn't that old. Holding, Bielik behind them. So you know you get chances. He walks into the side for me. I believe he's got everything. He's got a ball playingness about him. He's got the Italian pedigree about him. The Italian typical defensive mind that Italians come with. Couple of rough patches out of his game. He's a bit slow on the turn, in my opinion. Can be a bit more agile. But he's someone I rate. And that's a rumour I more likely probably want to hear. Weird rumour. Reiss Nelson to join Wolves on loan. Now... I mean, I personally think he should be kept in the squad at least for another season. Maybe the season after that you get loaned out. But let's just assume he goes on loan there. Then he's joined a promoted side. You'd like to think he plays football. They are known as a bit of people who want to splash the cash. And we know we've got Mendes bringing all his agents. So I'm not too sure if it would be the best environment for him. Saying that, you've seen young Ruben Neves. He was captain at 18 at Porto. Getting mad game time at Wolves. So I don't know. I don't want him to go out on loan there or anywhere, to be fair, at least for the next 12 months, 18 months, however you want to count it. So, yeah. Next, our scouts allegedly have been watching Fekir in his last game in which he scored. For me, he's had a good season. I mean, the season before that or the season before that, it's like he was more on the flanks. Now it's like he's more inside, but he's scoring free kicks, he's scoring bangers, he's laying people on. He's amazing. I don't think it's going to happen if we really have 50 mil without selling anyone in this side. Ramsey, Bellerin, just on the basis that they're the only two I can look at to generate funds in this side. I don't want them to go. If they were to leave, and this is the club's thinking, then by all means I think they can go for Fekir. But with a budget of 50 million, signing Fekir, that's the whole. On a bad day, you're hoping for the whole. On a good day, I mean, you're asking for him to get him for 50 mil. So that's a whole budget gone without signing this side. So I don't see that happening. Lastly, Santi Cazorla said he hopes to play some part of the season before it ends under Wenger. Credit to him. I hope he does his thing. We saw it. We know he stepped up his rehabilitation in Oviedo, Spain, with his old club. We know he was training at the Emirates. I'd like to see it happen. I must admit, I'm very pessimistic, Santi, man. And if I'm honest, the very club you're training at or was training at in Spain in Oviedo, that's probably the club that you should head to or the club that I think you would head to. Because if I'm honest, I've put myself in another manager's hands or the new manager coming in. If you prove your fitness, then fair enough, give you a new deal. But from another hand, if I know that this club was going to need to manage their money a bit better and I might need to cut in other areas, the likes of, sadly, you and Wilshere might be deemed casualties, specifically to this you, because you're 32, 33, we don't know how you're going to play after this injury. I think you won't have any problems, but it is a risk. Even giving you a new 1 year, 2 year deal just away from being injured is a risk because, yeah, it is a risk at his age, to be honest with you. And you know Arsenal are funny like that. But yeah, I don't think I have any other rumours to speak about here, guys. Apologies for my messing around at the back. But yeah, I just thought let me wrap that one up quickly and a little quick thing for you lot. Guys, deluded, get in the comments, subscribe, I'm out.